Bom, a question from... no, let's go first in português. Uma pergunta do Lucas. Gratidão por dedicar seu tempo para estar aqui conosco e também por idealizar o curso YES, que está sendo transformador. É uma pergunta pessoal. Quando foi que você sentiu no seu coração que seu serviço na humanidade estava relacionado à mensagem do Sri Aurobindo e da mãe, ou seja, em viver e disseminar o yoga integral? Namastê. The fifth question is made by Lucas. He is thanking for dedicating your time, Dr. Ramesh, to be here with us, and to also for idealizing and materializing the YES course, which is very deep and profound and transforming. Lucas wants to know when did you feel in your heart your service to humanity was related to the message of Sri Aurobindo and the mother?
About the first comment that you made, that he wants to thank me for materializing the YES course. That actually is something I had because I had been given. I had been given by the divine over the last few decades, 20, 30, 40 years. So COVID created those circumstances when I thought that this is the way to give what I have to those who need it anywhere in the world. So that is how it happened. So in a way, you don't have to thank me. What I had to give came from somewhere. That's how I can give. I received and therefore I can give. And the circumstances were created, including COVID, which crystallized it. And through all that, I don't know how much has been achieved and how much anybody has been helped. What has been guaranteed 100%, as I was saying, is that the purpose of my life has been fulfilled through that. So that way, I'm thankful and grateful for having that opportunity, and those people who came to receive it, they made it look worthwhile. So I'm grateful to them that they gave that opportunity to fulfill the purpose of my life. About when I started seeing my work as a work of Sri Aurobindo and the mother, or working in light of their teachings, that came gradually around the 1990s. But preparation for that was going on for quite some time. You know, that is what happens on the spiritual path. You arrive with certain tendencies since birth because of your previous lives. And then when you are given a chance to do the work, you do it in a certain spirit. So that is how I was doing my work even before I turned to Sri Aurobindo and the mother. And that is the type of things that I was reading. That is the type of, not Sri Aurobindo and the mother, but other books, religious books and spiritual books. That's what I was reading and trying to bring some of those teachings in my life. But by and large, my attitude was that I have to live my life in an ethically sound manner in keeping with the teachings of various religions and spiritual traditions. So it was based a combination of, you can say, knowledge and action. There was no devotion. It was just a certain way of working, a certain way of doing my duties based on a certain type of knowledge, which came from various religious and spiritual traditions. And of course, the mind also, the intellect also, with that type of training of the mind, the intellect also starts working in that way. So it was basically the intellect working, the hands doing the work, hands and the mind doing the work, the body and the mind. So it was basically a combination of action and knowledge. In 1992, I was going through a difficult phase of life. And it seems the Guru saw that the preparation was now more or less complete. Now he should turn to us and adopt a Guru. So I was going through a difficult phase of life. And I saw in the Sunday newspaper that there's a satsang at 10 in the morning in Sri Aurobindo Ashram, Delhi branch. The place was not far away. I decided to come. So seeing that Sunday newspaper early in the morning, seeing that particular little strip in the daily events column, and then deciding to actually come may look like a coincidence, but probably there was that little divine intervention to take me in a certain direction. So I came. I liked the satsang. I discovered there were satsangs every Sunday. I started coming almost every Sunday. And then I started buying books from there. And then I could see that all I had seen so far and learned so far was only a preparation. As if, it had all been wiped out. This is something entirely different. This is something else. It showed me how one can bring yoga and spirituality into everyday life. And this was something entirely different, mind-blowing. And the result was that because of this great thrilling experience, I became a devotee. So devotion entered into the picture besides action and knowledge. So I became a devotee. And after that was no turning point. So you can say the crucial tipping point was 1992 when I came to the ashram for the first time. And then I had read quite a bit of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother by about 1996. Again, the circumstances were created. Those problems for which I came in 1992, those problems started easing. There came along my way an opportunity for going to Nepal on a 2-year deputation. The government of India was helping Nepal in setting up a new medical college. So I became a part of that team which worked out the project. And then for the first 2 years of that college from 1994 to 96, I went to teach there. And I went alone, without the family. So those 2 years from 94 to 96 gave me that, created those conditions of solitude and reflection apart from reading. And the result was that I came back a changed person altogether. That is when I started seeing that my work is Sri Aurobindo's and the Mother's work. It is working for the divine, and how I can bring it in more into my work. So that led to a sort of a convergence of my personal and professional life, and led to the setting up of a facility for lifestyle modification courses based on yoga in the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. So that was the meeting point of, and that's how I sort of brought about a major change in the way I looked at my work and the type of work I started doing. Because before that, I was teaching physiology like a good physiology teacher, but all the same, a teacher who was teaching just physiology to medical students. Now I created this patient care facility because now I could see how yoga can be brought into daily life, how it can be a total lifestyle, how it can be a stress buster. Because in my personal life, I had been doing the physical practices of yoga 20 years before that. In the 1970s, I started. So 20 years before I turned to Sri Aurobindo, I was doing physical practices. But like most people, I thought that is what yoga is. I didn't link it with the other aspects of yoga. I didn't know much about the other aspects of yoga. So after coming here, I could see the link, go deeper into yoga, understand the wider dimensions, and that's how I could bring it into my professional life. So the character of the work that I was doing, that also changed. And finally, after that facility in the All India Institute of Medical Sciences was going on for 5 years, I thought, well, this will run. I don't have to continue it. It will continue even without me. So why not leave that place so that I can find more time for dissemination of yoga, for work, which will be more in keeping with my inner calling. So that's how I took early retirement and moved to the ashram. By 2007, I was in the ashram, living here.
So nice to hear the story. Bom, o mestre contou um pouco da sua história. Eu acho que vamos finalizar hoje com essa história bonita. Bom, resumindo um pouco, bom, o mestre, você sabe que ele é doutor em fisiologia, né? Então, ele sentiu que vamos dizer, falando assim em geral, que tudo que ele, toda a etapa prévia a ele entrar em contato com os ensinamentos do Sri Aurobindo e a mãe, foi uma preparação, né? Que é uma coisa que muitos também sentimos, às vezes, né? Que até chegar no certo ponto, né? Tudo que a gente fez foi como uma certa preparação. No momento, a gente não entende o que, por quê. Tem certas condições na vida, mas depois, mirando retrospectivamente, a gente dá para entender, né, como essa preparação vai acontecendo. Então, o mestre conta que 1992 foi um ano onde ele teve por alguns sucessos, ele teve uma certa mudança. Mesmo ele tendo praticado as posturas do yoga por mais de 20 anos, desde a época dos anos 70 e mais, para ele, nesse momento, antes, né, as posturas, como a maioria talvez aconteceu com a gente no começo, pensávamos que o yoga era só isso, né, só as posturas e mais. Mas, e que ele era uma pessoa que viveu de uma forma ética, seguindo vamos dizer, as indicações das, né, normais da ética das religiões do mundo, mas que o aspecto devocional não estava tão presente nele. Ele era uma pessoa de ação, da ação, né, principalmente trabalhando com o intelecto por sua profissão e mais, mas a questão devocional não estava ainda tão presente. Mas finalmente ele, por esses sucessos, um dia ele viu o jornal, ele estava perto do ashram, do Sri Aurobindo Ashram, e ele viu que no domingo tinha um satsang. Aí ele sentiu que era uma boa oportunidade para ir. Aí ele foi uma vez e achou bom, depois comprou livros, continuou indo todos os domingos, né? E, bom, foi uma espécie de, assim, de surpresa para ele, porque ele encontrou não só tudo o que ele tinha compreendido, sabido, praticado, senão uma coisa a mais, né? Agora ele sabia que podia levar o yoga para a vida cotidiana. Então, bom, em 1994, ele, sendo que ele ensinava fisiologia para esses estudantes de medicina, ele foi enviado para Nepal, onde estavam criando um novo colégio de medicina, né? Então, ele ficou 2 anos lá, longe da família, e ele pensa que esse foi um tempo onde ele ficou bastante, assim, isolado, né, da família e tal, então foi um bom tempo para ele poder também assimilar toda aquela mudança, ler livros, não sei, viver um pouco mais, ter um pouco mais de espaço, né, para tudo aquilo. Então, isso foi importante porque depois ele decidiu se retirar, né, se aposentar, vamos dizer, de forma assim, antecipada, se posso usar essa palavra, e dedicar todo o seu tempo para a disseminação do yoga, para para tudo isso que a gente está fazendo agora, né? Então, em 2007, ele já foi morar no ashram, bom, obviamente, desde esse momento, até agora está ali, dando o que ele tem para aqueles que precisam. Então, essa foi a parte final da resposta, mas a primeira parte ele começou explicando que tudo que ele tem foi algo que ele recebeu, né? Recebeu do divino nas últimas décadas e que, e que ele o fato de compartilhar tudo isso, né? Porque o Lucas falou, gratidão por criar o projeto YES e tal. Bom, tudo isso que ele compartilha permite ele cumprir seu propósito da vida, né? Que é dar o que ele tem para aqueles que precisam. Então, por isso que ele se sente muito agradecido também a todos, né? Que estão, todos que estamos aqui ou que estão sempre interessados no que ele tem para compartilhar, porque isso permite ele também dar esses passos evolutivos. Então, ele agradece muito e essa é um pouco a história. Então, para finalizar, já porque não quero tomar mais tempo do mestre, é muito tarde lá na Índia, são quase as 9 da noite, então, 8h30, aliás, então é tarde lá. Então, a minha proposta é, Prema, Lucas, se vocês concordarem, e vou perguntar agora para o mestre, se pegar as perguntas que ficaram e enviar para o mestre, e com certeza ele vai responder, e a gente pode ler as respostas nas próximas aulas. O que vocês acham? Ou vamos ter mais oportunidades de aulas ao vivo com o mestre, né? Isso não acaba ainda. Todo mundo concorda? Sim? Dr. Ramesh? So, there are some more questions, but we don't want to take more time from you. It's been a long session. How about sending these questions by email? And when you have some free time, you can answer them, and we can read it here on one session.
Sure, you may send them. It depends on the character of the questions. If it can be answered in a short answer, I'll send it. Otherwise, we can have one more interactive session like this. Because
Okay.
speaking takes less time than writing.
Yeah.
So if it's a short answer that can be given, I can send in writing by email.
True. So I can gather all the questions, send it to you, and then you decide whether some can be answered briefly, or we can keep it for the next session. Okay. So finally, we want to say, everybody, in name of everybody, a big thank you. Really, it was an inspiring session, and we hope to be able to have some more during the course or afterwards. We really feel very, very grateful for this time and appreciate this opportunity. We know that it's late there in India, and that there are so many things during the week. So we feel very grateful for the opportunity.
I'm also grateful for the opportunity. Marcelo, you and Prema and Lucas and your mother and Luciana, I'm sure everybody has contributed to making this project successful. You are spending so much time on it, putting in so much time translating the slides and all those things. So, and then organizing this type of sessions. So long as it is helping us contribute a little bit in providing a little push, a little guidance to people in working towards raising their consciousness and radiating it to their surroundings, it is worthwhile. So thank you for creating this opportunity, and look forward to it. I really enjoyed the session. There were good questions, and enjoyed answering them. I was a little apprehensive. I don't know everything. I thought I may not be able to answer the questions, but at least I had something to say for every question. So thank you.
Thank you. Então, agradecemos o mestre, agradecemos todos vocês, e, bom, a gente se vê na próxima aula. Bye bye.
Aho!
Aho!